we got our hands on the brand new Elite Force CQC for close quarter battle. Let's see if it stands up to the Airsoftology tests. So here we have the new Elite Force CQC. It's actually a very small platform, 7.5-inch barrel if you count to the end of the suppressor here, indoor focused M4 platform, and we actually were very surprised at how well this little guy performed. Now, this being their competition series, you're going to get that polymer body, but this is a very high quality polymer body. In fact, this entire weapon is made by Ares for Elite Force. And Ares has really stepped up their game here of late. 2012, they've really brought their A game. We think we've seen it in some of their other lines out there, and they're carrying that over with the help of Elite Force into their products. Externally, this thing looks fantastic. We were blown away. Full metal rail system with integrated suppressor that actually attaches to the rail, not the barrel. So your inner barrel kind of free floats out here all the way through. You get a top metal rail that runs front to rear. You get these great flip-up sights. They're ambidextrous, so you can actually flip it left or righty depending on which way you're holding it, especially indoors. You never know if you need them or not. Or you can just pull them down out of the way if you're running optics. Of course, you get the side rails and you get this included front grip, which is a fantastic addition. It saves you about $20, $25 having to run out and buy a little foregrip, especially a short one like this, which tend to cost a lot more. You get a custom rear pistol grip, which we also thought was a great touch, with a little bit of built-in stippling on the side, so it's not your bog standard M4. And you get a crane stock, which is the lower profile, thinner crane stock, which we personally really like, which will house your batteries. So you can put your LiPos, your 7.4 LiPos, or your 9.6 batteries, nunchuck style. They work fantastic. You just pop the back off. Of note though, on the back, we did see, or we had a little trouble getting the cover off initially, and what we found was underneath the rubber butt pad here, there's a hole for a screw. Just take that Phillips screw out. We just set it aside. You don't really need it. The clips hold this thing in place, and that'll now allow you to use the clips to pop the back off and have access to the batteries. Internally, they've really gone through and reworked this weapon. Brand new electrical system. New micro switch, that's the trigger, and you can hear it here. Hear that little click? That's the electronic trigger. That's fantastic, because what that does, no more burnout triggers, no more contacts, and no lack of trigger response. This thing is instant. Once you hit it, it fires. You also get new wiring. They've upgraded the wiring here, and they put a much more robust, what we can kind of tell is more of a higher torque motor in here, so it really keeps that heat down, and we think it's going to really lend to the longevity of this gun. Torque motors tend to last a lot longer because it's having to exert a lot less energy to turn over everything. Internally, you get a Type 0 cylinder, which was a nice touch, and a dial type hop-up, which we also enjoy because you can really fine-tune that hop-up. And that's where we saw the accuracy. This thing is surprisingly accurate for the size and for the FPS. FPS was right around 310 in our test with the hop-up dialed in. With the hop-up all the way off, we're seeing the advertised 325. So in reality, with the .2s, once you get the hop-up dialed in, you're gonna see about a 310, but that didn't matter because range and accuracy were right on. We were pegging head size targets, no problem, at 70, 75 feet. Didn't have a challenge at all in semi and using .2 gram BBs. I think you're gonna see a lot higher accuracy with .25s. And of course, the FPS rocking at 310 is perfect for every CQB field. Rate of fire in full auto with a 9.6 was around 10 or 11, depending on the battery we used, and around 15 on a LiPo, which again is perfect. So you can get the shots down range, but not overshoot your opponent. So all in all, for 220 bucks, this is a fantastic little gun. It's a great mid-tier offering in the airsoft world if you want something where you can compete with anybody on the field, especially in CQB, but not break the bank. You can check out the Elite Force CQC by Ares, and you can pick them up anywhere Elite Force products are sold.